I am Carol Sloan Bookbinder, and I'm represented by Liz Atherton of the Atherton Group for Film Work. And I'm going to do the prologue from Henry V and First Kiss. Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. Then should the warlike Harry, like himself, assume the port of Mars, and leashed in like hounds should famine, sword, and fire crouch for employment. But pardon and gentles all, these flat, unraised spirits that have dared on such an unworthy scaffold to bring forth so great an object. Can this cockpit hold the vasty fields of France? 'Tis your thoughts that now must deck our kings, carry them here and there, turning the accomplishment of many years into an hour's glass, for the which supply permit me chorus to this history, and prologue like your humble patience pray, gently to hear, kindly to judge our play. I was little, 6, sports camp, swimming, soccer, and I can't remember what the third sport was, but I know there was one. We moved from activity to activity with tiny beads of sweat on our foreheads. It was my second day. The soccer counselor told us we were going to play in the hockey rink. There was no ice, and it would be cooler. A big oval with white walls scarred by black hockey pucks. It wasn't really soccer, just a bunch of kids running around screaming, chasing a ball. Near the end of that day's session, oh, I fell and scraped my knee. Oh, blood gushed down my shin. Everyone stopped playing. My giant flap of skin hanging from a jagged piece of cement was better than a leather ball. One boy dared a girl to touch it. The soccer counselor sent everyone off to the pool, and he took me to see the nurse. But she wasn't there. So he did my knee up himself. Peroxide, bandages, tape, all artfully applied so that I could even bend my knee without the tape sticking to my skin. He patted me on the back and told me that I had played well. I thanked him, and I went home and I told my mother that I loved soccer. The next day, the soccer counselor asked all the kids to circle up, and he invited me to join him in the center. He asked me how my knee was. I told him it was fine. He asked me how I was going to thank him for fixing it, and I said I didn't know.
Young lady, you really don't know your please and thank yous. How about a kiss?
I told him I thought kissing was gross. He asked the kids if they thought he deserved a kiss, and of course they screamed, "Yes!" I said I didn't want to. The counselor chuckled and gently pulled me down onto the yellow sunburned grass until we were lying together like sardines in a can. I rolled away. 2 kids pushed me back to him. He grabbed me and kissed me, putting his tongue in my mouth. It was awful. The kids laughed. I wet my pants. The counselor turned red and grabbed me by the arm and dragged me to the side of the field and told me to go home to get some diapers. I ran home and I told my mother that I hated camp, especially soccer, and that I couldn't even find a bathroom. The next day, I didn't want to go back, but my mother insisted. promising me she'd show me where the toilets were. I did not tell her why I didn't like camp, especially soccer. A part of me was too young to trust my instinct, to understand that kissing was not part of the game. 29 years later, I return to that same field, and I play with this. May my daughter's first kiss, may your daughter's first kiss, may everyone's daughter's first kiss be anticipated and wanted. Scenes.